Adventures of Sophie the Sweater. Have you ever been on a train? Then maybe you've been to the place where this story begins. You have to ride the train for a really long time. Such a long time you lose count of all the fields, towns, and forests you pass. Then suddenly, you're there. In this little town, there's a beautiful square with a statue in the middle. Around the square are a newsstand, a church, a candy store, a library, a bookstore, and a tiny little clothing store. Inside the tiny little clothing store, a sweater named Sophie hangs on a rack. It is hard to see Sophie because she is stuffed between lots of beautiful, sparkly jackets. Sophie watches sadly as the pretty jackets are bought one by one. She waits patiently for just the right person to buy her. "I wish somebody thought I was beautiful and brought me home," she thinks. Whoosh! Suddenly a gust of wind blows through the shop. Someone is opening the door. Squeak, creak. The door opens. Sophie holds her breath. Who do you think is coming? Is it Fiona from the newsstand? Or maybe Punky Meg? Yep, it's Punky Meg. She has a look around. Then she heads straight for Sophie. "What a great sweater. I could make it into a really cool studded vest," she says. Sophie freezes. "Studs? That sounds horribly painful." Once she's back at home, Meg sits down on her bed to fasten the studs on Sophie. Just then, Sophie hears a low voice. "Don't be scared," says a teddy bear with studs all over his fur. "It doesn't hurt. It just prickles a little." "But those studs look really sharp," cries Sophie. "Try to think about something else," the teddy bear suggests softly. Sophie thinks about the jackets hanging in the clothing store. "When they leave, do they all have to get studs too?" Meg cuts sleeves and starts fastening the studs. Ta-da! The studded vest is finished. Meg thinks it looks super cool. Sophie stretches out in front of the mirror and feels, well, she actually feels kind of studly. Meg is trying to decide when she should wear her new studded vest. What do you think? Should Meg put her vest on now and go to the newsstand for an ice cream cone? Or should she wait and wear it tonight at the punk rock concert?